decided to take my son's father off of child support because it was causing turmoil in our co-parenting relationship. Recently, I looked up a few places for him to get his CDL so that he could possibly start his own trucking company, or he can even carry loads and make money for himself. What I decided was, you know what, Brittany, let me change my mindset. Let me help him help us take care of our child.
Whoa. What's good? This is JTE Entertainment, where we focus on money, business, finance, relationships. We bundle those things in together because we want to change the culture and we want to change the mindset. So what y'all just saw was a TikTok video of a woman saying that she took her child's father off of child support. Now what this causes an uproar in the black community, especially with women. They did not understand, or it didn't make sense for her to take her child's father off of child support. Now, I've never been on child support, never been served those papers or anything like that, but I've heard some really horrific stories stemming from child support, especially dealing with family court, family law. So family court is a whole different ballgame. That judge can tell you to do whatever, and it is out of your hands, basically. I've seen to where women that they're not even married, they go after the guy's 401k, his businesses, everything, even rental property for child support. I've seen where fathers have worked like 60 hours that week, and their check stub says "Chasup," and they end up with like $80. I've seen to where when a woman has a baby by a very wealthy man, they really don't have to work for the next 18 years. So what am I saying? I do see the pros and cons of child support, but it's not that clear cut. I do believe if a man brings a child into this world, that man should provide and take care of that child. But my issue is with the government. How involved should the government be into raising your child? But back to this young woman here. She was saying that she was taking her child's father off child support because it was putting a strain on their co-parenting. She didn't give out all the details or anything like that, but I do know that child support can be a very frustrating thing, especially if you're working these jobs that are dead end. She also said that she's going to help him get his CDL so they can better help their child. That is, in my opinion, a very mature thing to do, and she's making a huge sacrifice into doing so, hoping that it'll pay off. I don't know the situation, but I do pray that this is a form of reconciliation and that they can come together one day and be married. You don't see things like this every day. You don't hear about these things in the media or in your circle of friends. Most of these child support issues end in some kind of bitterment, whether towards the father or whether towards the mother, and it has very little to do with that child. A child needs his mother, and a child needs his father as well. You know, in the black community, there is a really high percentage of children growing up without their father. And despite what you may believe, stats show that children do need a father in their life. Fathers can prevent people from going to jail. Fathers, they set that type of tone that kids do need in their lives. I remember when we had our first child. My wife and I at that time, we were not married. We did miss the mark, and we strived to teach people to do better than we did. But we did eventually get married. But again, we were not married at the time, and we had just had our son. My wife was working full time. I was in college working 2 part-time jobs. I remember at that time, right after we had our child, I only had about a few more months of college left. She sat me down and she told me this: I put back enough money to take care of me and the child. Right now, I want you to focus on finishing school. If you can come home on the weekends to take care of your child, but you need to make sure that you do your projects so you can graduate this May. And when I tell you, when she said that, that took a load of stress off of me, it did. And as you can see, it paid off. I was able to finish school, I was able to walk, and I was able to secure a job that eventually secured this job, to lead me to a place to where I am now. What I'm saying is this: we co-parenting. She sacrificed so I can finish school so we can have a better chance of providing for our child later on in the future. And again, it paid off. I don't even want to imagine the type of stress I would have had those last few months of college if she called me saying I need to pay this and I need to pay this or I'm not going to see my child. I'm going to end it like this. I pray that that couple gets back together, reconcile, and get married. I also pray that that CDL idea does work because there's a lot of money in getting your CDL and owning your own trucking company. But let me know what you guys think. Leave comments down below. Ladies, do you think she was crazy for taking her man off of child support, or were you able to see a bigger picture? This is JTE, and I'm out.